If you've worked on Cisco gear for any length of time, you probably trust the CLI. I do too. The problem isn't the CLI. The problem is typing the same change again and again and again across devices while hoping you don't miss one character. In this video, we are going to take one safe first step into network automation, Python, SSH, Netmiko, and one harmless Cisco iOS change. We are not replacing engineering judgment. We are removing repeated typing, making the change repeatable, and checking the results. Here's the path. We'll start with the manual CLI problem, then set up a small lab. After that, we'll connect with Netmiko, run a read-only command, push a loopback 100 config, save it, verify it, and talk about the error you will actually see. Short session, real workflow. Typing one loopback interface is easy. Typing it on 30 switches is where the trouble starts. Repetition creates drift. One device gets the right description, one gets the wrong mask, one gets skipped because somebody got interrupted. Then a week later, nobody remembers exactly what changed. Automation gives us a known sequence: connect, configure, save, verify, and disconnect. Same steps every time. By the end, you should be able to explain what Netmiko does, connect to Cisco iOS from Python, push a small config, and read the failure message without panic. That last part matters. Real automation is not just happy path code. It's knowing what authentication failure looks like, what timeout means, and why you should never hard code real passwords in a script. Keep the lab boring. One laptop running Python, one Cisco iOS device reachable over SSH. That could be iOS V in CML, EVE-NG, GNS3, or a spare router or switch in a lab. In the slide, the device is 192.168.10.10. Replace that with your own lab IP. Please don't run your first automation test against production. That's a bad day waiting to happen. Netmiko is useful because it handles the annoying parts of SSH sessions to network devices. Raw SSH has prompts, config mode, enable mode, paging, timing, and vendor differences. Netmiko wraps a lot that so we can focus on device data and commands. It works with Cisco iOS, NXOS, ASA, Juniper, Arista, Fortinet, and many other platforms. For this demo, we'll stay with Cisco iOS. First of all, create a virtual environment for the project. On Linux or macOS, you can run python-m venv. Then activate it and install Netmiko. You can do it by pip install Netmiko, and also on Windows PowerShell, you can activate with the command you see on the slide. PyPI lists Netmiko 4.7.0 as the latest release with Python 3.10 or newer. In a company setting, use the version your team has already tested in the lab. And here we want to start read-only. Before we change anything, we prove SSH works. We import connect handler, define the device dictionary, connect, and run show IP interface brief. And after that, we want to print the output and then disconnect. This keeps troubleshooting clean. If this fails, the problem is not your config logic. It's probably reachability, SSH, username, password, or the wrong device type. Fix that first. Don't stack a config, push on top of a broken connection test. Now, Look at the full script like an operation workflow. Prompt for the password, open SSH, enter enable mode, send a tested command list, save, verify, and finally disconnect. That should feel familiar. It's the same discipline you'd use manually, but now the order is written down in code. The finally block matters because sessions should close cleanly even when something breaks. For a beginner script, get pass is a good first habit. It hides the password as you type and keeps real credentials out of the source file. The secret field is for enable mode. In many labs, it's the same as the login password. In real networks, it may not be. And the timeout value gives slower lab images a little room. Virtual routers can be sluggish, especially right after boot. And here's the actual change. We create loopback 100, add a description, and assign a /32 address, as you see. The commands live in a Python list in the exact order we want them sent. As you see here, we use send config set that enters config mode for us, sends the command, exits cleanly, and returns the device output. Early command sets should be small. Small is easier to review, easier to verify, and also easier to roll back. Good error handling should teach you where to look. Authentication failure points to username, password, enable secret, or AAA. Connection timeout points to IP address, routing, SSH service, firewall rules, or ACLs. And SSH negotiation failure can mean old crypto settings, wrong platform, or device-side SSH issue. Then catch unexpected exceptions. So the script still tells you what happened, and always disconnect in finally when a connection exists. A config push is not done when the prompt comes back. Save it, then verify the exact thing you changed. You can use save config, and that is the clean Netmiko method for supported drivers. After that, we would run show running config interface loopback 100, print the output and read it. Don't just trust the script because it ended without crashing. And also, success should be visible. You should see the loopback 100 stanza, the description, and the IP address you configured. If you see authentication failed, go back to credentials and privilege level. And if you see connection timed out, check the IP, route, SSH service, and ACLs. If you forget to save, the change may disappear after reload. That's not automation, that's temporary luck. Automation makes good process faster. It also makes bad process faster. Before production, test in a lab, backup configs, review the command list, start with a harmless change and a tiny device scope. Know the rollback before you push. For team use, scripts belong in Git. And production changes need review. Treat network automation like change control because that's what it is. Once the one device version works, don't just paste more device dictionaries into the same file. Move devices into an inventory file, log each result, add pre-checks and post-checks, validate the commands before pushing, later add a dry run mode. That's how a demo script grows into a useful operational tool. Here's the short version. Netmiko maps your CLI knowledge into Python. Start read-only, push a small config only after the connection works. Don't hard-code secrets. Handle known failures clearly, and every time save, verify, and then disconnect. That rhythm is what happens and keeps automation controlled. That's the first Netmiko push. For the next lab, take this same script and load devices from inventory.yaml file, run a show command before the change, push the loopback, then run the same show command after the change. If you've got questions about lab setup, device types, errors, or scaling this to multiple devices, drop them below. And here we have some notes that we want to say that don't remember to do all of the things first of all in the test lab, and after that you can go to the production environment.